G'day everybody, here we are back today in The Sims 4 with a speed build challenge. Okay, so lots of people have done this. This is my take on it. This is a complete house within 4x4, so 4x4, so 16 squares of land. And here we are, we've got the walls up and we're just deciding on colour schemes for the walls. I just seem to work better if I've got some colours to work with. I seem to like that better. And trying to decide on the floors, I went for the nice light wood on the floors and a bit of, it's a much lighter green than it looks there. Here we are putting the bed in. Now I wanted a little more space. You can do this with the bed on the floor, but I wanted a little more floor space, and that's me testing to see whether or not the bed is reachable from that height. And here we are going for a kitchen. I really love those red cabinets. And with having the one wall in there red, I thought it would make a really good foil for the colours. Black fridge, of course. We tried to find the blackest possible bed we could. Here we've moved into the bathroom, trying to see if we can fit a sink, pardon me, and a shower and a toilet all in the same thing. But in the end, I think I decided to get rid of the sink just to give us a little bit more freedom of movement. Mostly because we've got a sink in the kitchen, or we end up with a sink in the kitchen, so we don't really need one in the bathroom as well. So there we are, we've taken it out, and we're putting a sink in the kitchen. Now, all of you are probably screaming at me, "Ma, they haven't got anywhere to chop up their food." Well, just wait. We've got a little table here, and we go for another, a nice couple of chairs to match. We're taking the black through there. I think I fiddle around a bit with one chair, two chair. You know, I'm not really sure. And here I wanted to have a TV in, so I'm trying to build something resembling a wall unit. I just thought that was a bit low. Moved them up, tried again. Still felt a bit low to me, moved them up, tried again, and then decided that that could work. But if we shove the table over a bit, we've got a bit more floor space. So we have tried to cater for most of their needs in here. So there's a bookcase, and we do get them a little bit of a little computer in a second. Too big, so we go for the little tablet. And there you go, there's that other counter that lets them chop up their food, so we can reach the tablet. But I decided that having that second chair was a bit stupid, so we moved that table in. Can we still reach the tablet? Yes, we can. And we did that a little bit, but it just looked a bit cramped. So and I kind of went, for what, you know? So here we are putting some windows in, because obviously with a little tiny room like this, you want as much light in there as possible to make it seem less cramped and less constricted. And I put the bed up the wall. I'm really obsessed by tiny houses at the moment, and I would love to go and live in one. And so I took a little leaf out of the book of the tiny houses and put the bed up over something. So, and I'm not quite happy with the toilet roll. I don't know if it's me, it's probably me. I couldn't get it to go down the wall, so forget it. They'll have to wander out to the kitchen to get a toilet roll, a paper towel. So now we're just looking for some decoration, one of my favourite posters, but even though it does look really cool in there, it's just not quite what I was going for. And there we go, we settled on the violins in the end, bringing that red colour into the picture. A nice rug on the floor, and now we're going for some lighting, because obviously you need to see in at, or see your way around at night time. And yeah, I'm having a bit of a look around here. It just felt a little bit cramped to me in the end. And I do a bit of testing here to see if it, coming up, if my little tester sim there, her name is Interior Decorator, and she's my test. I thought about putting a deck and a sort of a bit of patio, but in the end I didn't really like the feel of it. I just wanted it to be flat on the ground, I think. And the stairs, and I always have problems stretching those stairs. I found that the further away I get, the better I am at it, for whatever reason. And I changed my mind. I didn't really like it. I couldn't really match the stairs nicely to that beautiful blonde wood that we've got down there. So here we are looking at outside wall coverings here. It just is not, it's not going to go there. We change all this, we get rid of this. As you can see, we're going right backwards, back to where we were, and back to our little 4x4 box. Alright, so we're looking at external walls. We go for some red and white siding, something bold, something to match the colours from inside. And here we are fiddling around with the bed and the fridge, really, the position, so that we can get her into that, into the bed and using it. And she says no, so we move it around again. And we keep fiddling with this for a bit until we actually get it right, because in the end I discovered it wasn't the bed so much as the fridge. And we moved the fridge back in the end, which then made it easy for her to get up into that bed, no problem at all. And as you'll see in a second, fiddle, 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 we do have a go at the fridge. So and get that sorted so that she can get into the bed. There you go. So we're testing it's not the bed, so it must be the fridge. Alright, so we put the fridge in and move it as far back as we can without having it poking out the back. And as you can see now, she can use the bed. She can eat, she sits on the bed, or that's when I moved the table, when I saw that she was choosing to sit on the bed. So I didn't really like the TV like that, so we got that other chair back in and found I was sort of debating whether or not to put a wall TV in, but they're a little bit on the expensive side. So in the end I thought about some potted plants. Everybody loves greenery inside, I do too, but I think it just didn't quite, I was still agonizing over, we've got a microwave in there for her, so we haven't actually got a stove, but we do have the microwave to allow her to cook. So yep, the plant just wasn't working for me, and I wanted to get a TV in there. I could have, I suppose, scooched the chair and table down a little bit and put the stove on the wall there, and you can certainly do that. This is not uploaded to the gallery yet, but it will be in the not too distant future, and I will put a link, I will update with a link when it goes up. And as you can see here, a bit more artwork, and we've popped the TV in the corner on a funky little red table. That really does suit. And now we're going outside to do a little bit of gardening, I guess. And we've used these little half walls to create a kind of entry and some gravel pathway. I toyed with going around the side and putting like a gazebo on the back, but in the end I changed my mind. As you can see, these get deleted a little bit not too distant future. And here's some pillars just to support our roof, and here's our roof going on. something a little bit modern. It looks like a tiny house. It looks like the ones that I love so much on the shows. And we put a little bit of siding on the wall downstairs. And sorry, I'm being interrupted by people in my house. And again, agonizing over roof patterns. I can't quite get it right. I do in the end put, I think, a something that resembles like roof, like metal sheeting. There you go. And because I was figuring that it might be nice with a bed that high to listen to the rain pattering on the metal roof. I have a metal roof on my house at home, so, and there you go. You see, I've deleted those extra gravel floorways. And now we're doing a little bit of gardening, and I like the hedges, just having a look at some of the flowers. And we've got some sunflowers which we put up over the top, which look kind of funky, and we put them all the way down the side, which I really liked. I really enjoyed doing. I really like the look of it. And sunflowers can get really tall sometimes, so I figured that they look okay. They look like they could be that big. And there we go, last sunflower in place. We do a little bit of, yeah, not those. Let's get some greenery at the front as well, which we still trying to decide on, and we choose something with a bit of orange in it to sort of pick up the orange in the sunflowers, but then we've got, you know, that purple in the tiny little ones to sort of set it off, and some more little hedges, more purple to carry that theme through. And I thought just out here we could have an exit from the front door into the rest of the yard, and you know, at some stage in the future we may build on here. We might do a little gazebo out the back with an outdoor sort of seating area. But at this stage we've kind of left, or attempted to leave, the block looking like it's largely uncleared, and that we haven't really done anything to it except clear a little spot to put our little house in. So a few rocks, a few flowers scattered around. I think we add a few more flowers after this, just for a little bit of colour. And it is like, it's a tiny house. We do want it to look inviting from the outside. There we go, small flowers. And yeah, I think it's come along quite nicely, and we're headed up for the last little walkthrough now before the screenshots. And so here we are, headed for the front door, and you can see just how small and how compact the place is. It's yeah, we're having a look at the kitchen, and the bathroom. There's a towel there. We managed to get that in, and the bed up there, and you can see the sort of the purpley blue stripe on the bed is sort of carried through into the purple flowers. So that was my purpose. So here we go, the front of the house, our front door, which the white all ties together. This is our little kitchen with our microwave and the fridge under the bed. This is our little seating living area. This is the bathroom. It was difficult to get any sort of close-up screenshots of that. And here is our layout from both directions, so that if you choose to build it, you sure can. So wherever you are, have a good one.